Uli, here at the Beyond Borders tour, you're talking about plant of tomorrow.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, as you know, all the pharma manufacturing sites are pretty much driven by quality. That's just one example, means regulations. And on the other hand, there is a trend for personalized medicine, what will lead to one single batches. So that is, of course, contradictional to big batches and easy quality checking. So means if we are assuming that for a while we have to be compliant to all these regulations like to an FDA, then of course technology has to get changed when you're, especially in high salary countries, and the quality check process has to get maybe fully automated without any human interaction. So that will lead to some ideas of artificial intelligence taking over these things. So that is what we heard this morning as well. That might not change at all the physical setup of the plant itself, but it will change maybe partly the automation. That will definitely change a lot of things on layer 3 and 4 of the automation pyramid. So it is all about digitalization, getting data / information from the plant, having it as reliable information. So means that the solutions on top of the layer 2, yeah, it's software, but it has to be reliable, resilient, like we are used to on the layer 2. And having that all in place, then we are, I think we are able to by far more automate things on that layer. And with that, we can get to, yeah, personalized medicine means small batches, still on the same level of quality.
Now, for the last 2 days, the digitalization, AI, the implications of all the technology, robotics, and you mentioned that in pharma and life sciences, it is quite controlled. There's a lot of certifications one has to have. At Yokogawa, how do you balance that with your customers? Here's all the new stuff, but you have to be compliant.
Yeah, that is another takeaway, by the way, from yesterday. Keeping in mind that we are a Japanese company, maybe taking a lot of effort on quality and long-lasting technologies you can have for the next 20 years. So that is really a hard thing, keeping long-lasting technology which is reliable, which is customer-approved, I would say. It can coexist, and it is still the target, I would say, of the company. Don't lose the quality of the products. Yesterday we heard someone still having a DCS, which is roughly 30 years, it was roughly 30 years old. On the other hand, he had a quite innovative plant. So that is, I think, a good example how it can coexist, and these more quality-driven product development cycles, I think, are not a limiter to innovation, even that innovation is getting speeded up a lot. It might be that we are not always the first to the market, but still having high quality products as soon as they're in the market.
Yesterday we had the presentation around the 50th anniversary of CENTUM, and to your point is that it's trusted, it works, and yet you are talking about AI and agentic AI and robotics, and so it's merging that in.
Yeah, and keeping in mind, I think that got told yesterday as well, that is a philosophy we are having as well. So if you would have still a 50 years old control system from Yokogawa, it is connectable with the state-of-the-art system we are having. On top of that, we are bringing new solutions. So we're having a mixture of long-lasting technologies with new innovative things on top of it. So it can coexist.
Now, we're coming here, it's day 2 of Beyond Borders Tour. This is your first event here in Europe.
Yeah.
How's it been?
Yeah, very interesting. Some, for me, non-surprisingly, things like we're having here customers from the more chemical market, from pharmaceuticals, from oil and gas. And many of the trend things, the drivers are the same for the industry, but maybe with a different priority. So decarbonization is, of course, a big thing in oil and gas and chemicals, wherever. It is not a thing in pharma. It is just maybe having a lower priority because there are not so many combustion processes. But in general, all the industries, means all the customers are facing the same topics. So for electrification is one. I do see electrification as maybe driven by decarbonization, but even getting cost downs and having the chance to implement all the new technologies like digitalization,
automation,
it is all combined. So it means you need to have a high electrification ratio in your plant at the end of the day to get even more data from the plant. All these things. So and that brings as well a lot of decarbonization potentials. So I think that was one of the takeaways. Everyone is facing the same topics or issues, and that is a negative word, but let's call it topics. But maybe the prioritization, depending on the process of the plant, might be different. Yeah.
And the technology under the covers is the same, but as you say, different use cases, different priorities, but a lot of similarities all the same.
If they would put the top 10 topics, I think they're pretty much the same. Yeah.
Hey, good stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank you.